Hello and welcome to the Orpheus virtual rehearsal for Tebe poem. With these rehearsals we're going to go back to basics. I'm not going to assume any prior knowledge whatsoever of the piece, so we can look at it completely afresh as though it were a totally new piece. For Tebe poem I have created a PDF of the rehearsal score that I am using, which should have been attached to the email that you received notifying you of the video going live, and it is also on the Tebe poem page on the Orpheus website. What I've done with this rehearsal score is go through the piece and put on the score the things that I think of and the things that I'm looking for during rehearsal. So in some respects it's an insight into my mind, which could be a little bit scary. Anyway, that's how it is. So without further ado, on to Tebe poem. I'm going to go through the text, give you a bit of background information to it. We'll look at the text, we'll look at the pronunciations, then we'll look at the notes, we'll do some of the interesting stuff that you know I like doing that you possibly don't like doing at rehearsal, but we'll do it anyway. We'll look at the phrasing, we'll look at the dynamics, and hopefully that will help us really get into the meat of the piece and do a really good performance of it. So, Tebe poem, the text is taken from the Orthodox liturgy of St. John Chrysostom, and the music was written by Dmitry Bortnyansky, who was a Ukrainian-born composer and served under Catherine the Great in Russia, where he died. The piece itself is in two sections with a little coda at the end. The first section, which begins Tebe poem, built of 4-bar phrases. First time we sing it through, we start off mezzo forte and then give it some expression on the way through. The second time we'll start mezzo piano and give it a similar expression all the way through. The second section, which begins E molim tisia, we'll take that in 2-bar phrases, and that builds in volume all the way through to the end of the section. And then the coda is beginning molim tisia, which back to 4-bar phrasing, and we start nice and mezzo piano with just a gentle crescendo on that last bar the first time through, and then the second time through we again start mezzo piano, but then as we get to the end we bring it down to a really nice gradual decrescendo until we finish. Okay, bases. So first of all we're going to have a look at the text, and we will sing it all to one note, so in rhythm but purely to one note, no varying pitches, just to get the tempo and the rhythm fixed, okay? And we'll pick that note, that sounds about right, hopefully it should be well within everybody's range. Okay, now you will notice at the start of the page, the line, it says breathe 2, 3. So as I start counting you in, I want you to start breathing in a nice gradual breath in rather than that sharp, fast intake of breath just before we start the phrase. That will make it sound nicer and it will help you fill your lungs so that we can sing the phrases without running out of breath. Okay, so that's the note. Breathe 2, 3, Tebe. Slovim Tebe blagodarim. 'Cause So we'll now look at the notes. And the first thing that I want to do is use a technique called count singing, which is a technique I have discovered from Robert Shaw, who was a choral master in America. And the idea is that we count the beats of the bars, but to the pitches of the music. Okay, so we'll start with the baritone line, and it should go something like this. That's the note. Breathe, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, off. Okay? Now the bass line. Basses, you will have to forgive me. The bottom F down there, I will really struggle with, so you'll have to imagine that my pitch is correct. Tebe, 1, 2, 3. Breathe, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, off. Okay, as I say, forgive my lack of bass note there. Right, next one, everyone's favourite, new. Okay, I know you all love it dearly, but it really helps fix the pictures in your mind without having to worry about the different sounds that come from the vowel sounds. We're all singing to new, so we get it right. Baritones first. That's your note to new. Breathe, 2, 3, new, 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 new. Okay? Basses, again with the caveat that my bottom Fs will not be nice. Breathe, 2, 3, new, 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 You'll have to forgive my pitching there. I'm not entirely sure I got that right. That's how it should have sounded. My apologies for dreadful bass singing. Okay, next section to look at is the vowel sounds. So we'll sing the piece to the vowel sounds. No consonants, purely the vowel sounds. Okay. So it should sound, hopefully, something like this to give you an idea. Baritones first, A is the first vowel sound. Breathe, 2, 3, A, O, A, O, E, A, Okay, and then basses. Breathe, 2, 3, A, O, O, E, A, O, E, O, E. Okay? When you're singing that, watch the I on the Blagoda rim. Try and sing an I sound, not an E sound. If you sing it to E, everything gets tightened up and restricted, and it sounds really quite forced, and it sounds restricted. So singing it to I, it just opens up and brightens it, makes it sound that little bit nicer. Okay, when you are rehearsing these different ways, do try and put the dynamics in as well. So you'll notice that the hairpins beginning at bar 5, just to build it out, bars 5 and 6, and then bring it back on Ghost D on 7 and 8. Just helps fix everything in your minds. Okay, so now the moment you have all been waiting for, singing it to text. So let's add the words, baritones first. Breathe, 2, 3, Tebe, poem, Tebe, blagoslovím, Tebe, blagodarim, Okay, and then the Barrett basses, the basses. Breathe, 2, 3, Tebe, poem, Tebe, blagoslovím, Tebe, Again, apologies for my dreadful bass singing. So, gentlemen, that has brought us to the end of the first section of Tebe poem. I hope what I have done so far you have found useful. You, of course, can keep watching the video and cutting backwards and forwards to the bits that you like, bits that you don't like. Please let me know how you found it, and we will see you all soon.